Essra and my own rock and roll history. I saw the Beatles at Carnegie Hall, their first concert when they arrived. That constitutes my complete rock and roll history. But the beautiful song that we heard as we faded out before the break, what's that called?
Making Time Stop.
When did you write that? And was that was a recording from that album?
It's not on any album. What we call it time.
Well, it should be. And you have a song that you've written now, an album that's in the top 20?
Well, it's, I believe last I looked it was number 7 on the R&B charts. It's Lisa Fischer is the artist, and she really is an artist. She's a great singer. And the song is called So Intense, and that's the name of her album.
And you wrote that song.
I wrote that song.
And the song for Cyndi Lauper a few years ago that I think got to number 1?
Change of Heart.
Change of Heart.
Actually, it was number 3.
That's good enough. We'll lie. Is it tough as a performer to then be a writer and see somebody else steal your baby? Does that hurt?
Well, I had the option, like when Cyndi Lauper did Change of Heart, there was a producer, he had produced David Bowie, and he wanted to produce Change of Heart with me. And Cyndi said she wanted it, and it made sense to let her do it at the time.
Yeah, she was riding high, I know that.
Yeah.
But still, doesn't it kill you?
Well, no, because I have hundreds of songs. I have hundreds of songs, and hopefully people will be singing them after I'm dead. And that it
would be more fun, I think, if they heard them when you were alive. More fun for you.
Well, I feel they would get the real impact of the song if they heard me sing it. I think there's nothing like hearing a song when that comes from the person who created it, if they can sing. I mean, not all writers can sing. In which case, they're happy to get someone to sing their songs. I'm happy to get someone to sing my songs too.
Maybe Jack in Ohio wants to sing one. Jack?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you want to sing a song, Jack?
No, but Essra, it's great to see you're still around, and you're looking so good.
Oh, thanks.
The whole bunch of us were fans back in the Sandy's album is here and Primordial Lovers days, and didn't know you for anything except for your records, wondering what happened to you. As each album came out, the Essra album, oh, there she is again. When that Essra Mohawk album came out, it was like, what happened to her? Pictures on the front and the back, you look really hard. And the lyrics that People Will Talk made it sound like you were just falling apart. Again, not knowing you, who knows what was going on. And then I got another one from '85 called E-Turn that, uh-huh.
Okay. I know this is an Essra Love Fest, but what's the question?
Well, I just want to know what she's been up to. Is she happy she looks like she is? And, well, does she plan on having an album coming out?
Well, I always plan on having an album coming out. It's hard to get people to plan along with me. People Will Talk was just a joke. It wasn't serious. All that stuff was kind of tongue-in-cheek, and I never looked like the pictures on the album covers. In fact, the only picture on any album cover that I think looks a little like me, except of course my hair was different, is on the back of the Sandy's album that you said you have. And all the others, I thought, that's why, appearing now, no one really knew what I looked like, because I looked different on every cover, and none of them looked like me. Maybe, hopefully, this next one will.
That's why you're discovered every week.
Right.
Michael in Massachusetts.
My question is a little more philosophical, I guess, than your basic album ones. Getting back to the whole theme of the 60s, and as it is compared, I guess, to the 90s now, and how there seems to be a resurgence of concern with the world, and it relates to everyone else. I was wondering how you felt the effectiveness of the 60s is in terms of, like, I'm 19 now. I was sort of born in between the 60s and whatever is about to happen. And I feel really, a deep sense of anxiety about I don't think it's a matter of my children, that are going to die. That I, in the next 40 years, could, die as a result of the
Michael, don't die on us. What's
That's
up?
all right.
Well, no, it just seems that everything's falling apart.
I understand. Well, right now everybody's kind of scurrying on the edge because even though all we know and all we've ever known is change, especially in the last 100 years, for some reason people still fear change. I don't understand. They should be over that fear already. And so everybody's reaching into the 60s, the 40s, the 50s, the 70s, God, even the 80s, just to cling to something they've known, because they've never, ever changed, another 1,000 years. They haven't switched millenniums yet. But, I'd like to think that, at least what the positive aspect of the 60s, you know, was maybe just a little peek, you know, just a little preview, a little, you know, peek at what might lie ahead over the edge of 2000. Because really, there's only two choices, right? Either we have a golden age, or we have nothing. See, so everybody's really got to straighten out and stop really worrying about so much about themselves and pull together to make sure that we all still have a planet to be on. So,
Tell Michael about Woodstock.
oh, yeah. Well, I was at Woodstock. In fact, I remember when I first arrived there worrying about that someone was going to get run over sleeping in the mud next to the cars, and somebody did. But I knew that. I knew it was going to happen.
Tell Michael the good things about Woodstock.
Well, I was supposed, one of the almost good things was I was supposed to play Woodstock, and maybe it's a good thing I didn't. I don't know why exactly, but I'm still figuring that out, why it was a good thing. I always like to look at the positive side of, you know, why it was good not to play at Woodstock. But what was incredible was seeing all of those people, and I mean, you know, from my personal feeling about it was like, these are my people. All of these people here were my people, and it was frustrating not to be able to sing to them, because I was one of them instead of all the people that were flying in on the helicopters and just, you know, appearing and leaving.
Well,
not really a part of...
if you'd been at Woodstock, you would have been discovered forever, and then you wouldn't be able to be rediscovered all through the years. And
also, maybe if I'd always been under these hot, you know, lights, I wouldn't be able to keep my complexion.
But it's wonderful to see somebody in tie-dyes and looking as fresh, and it's wonderful to have the 60s come back, and I hope that the 90s are every bit as good for you as the 60s might have been. Frank Zappa, wherever you are. Good night. And thank you.